hempchad.com or come see us in person. The Hemp House in North Shore, Eastridge, and Ottawa.
Weather to help you plan your day on Local 3 News today.
Okay, the school year might be about to start, but there is still plenty of time for you to take in a Lookouts game and hold on to those days and nights of summer as long as you possibly can. We hope you'll make plans to head out August 9th to AT&T Field, cheer on the Lookouts, and also give back to a very special Chattanooga organization. Mercedes Owens is here this morning. She is with Community Options. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
So I said it's a Chattanooga organization. The truth is it's a national outreach. The Chattanooga chapter has been here since about 2003, and you're helping a part of the population, Mercedes, that unless you're kind of living that walk, can sometimes be forgotten. Who do you serve?
Yeah, so I serve people with intellectual and developmental disabilities.
Which is, when you say intellectual and developmental disabilities, seems like our understanding of what that definition might be has broadened the population. It fits, am I right?
Right, correct.
So about how many people would you say y'all service a year? Do you know?
Nationally or?
Either one?
So around 5,000 individuals nationally.
Nationally. And with your group, it's adults only. That's what you've been
Correct.
taking into account, the children.
Correct.
So AT&T Field, August 9th. What you're wanting people to do is nothing wrong with getting your ticket typically at the gate, but this time you want them to try to get them directly from you.
Yes.
Because that's how you benefit, right?
Yes, of course.
So how does that work?
All right, so what they need to do is they need to email me and let me know, hey, I have so many tickets and people that are willing to come, and I will send them their ticket. The tickets are $8, and then our agency gets to keep $5 of every ticket sold.
Okay, so before Mercedes gets up and leaves to go back and help people, we're going to show you her email address so that you can reach out to her or go on their website and see how you can get that very specific ticket that will give back. So a day in the life for you at Community Options is pretty involved. You've got a full staff of people, but part of what you do is you work with employers in the area to help those who you service to find a job. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you finding that over the years anyway, there's been a greater understanding of what people with some type of disability can bring to?
Yes, 100%. So our employment director, she actually reaches out to the vendors, and she also does training with them on how to best support our people because they just need a little more job development skills, and she's able to do that with them, so that is awesome.
Well, I don't want to get too in the weeds with it, and I don't want to stumble through and say the wrong thing either, but when you talk about somebody with an intellectual disability, does that mean anything from an autism diagnosis to perhaps Down syndrome to even just someone who maybe had a stroke or something?
Yes, exactly.
Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
So how do people first come into your care? What are the steps that they take?
Yeah, so what they need to do is on the back of their insurance card, it has a phone number. They would reach out to that number and say, hey, I'm needing this type of service, whether that be personal assistance, family model, or residential. And then they would have a support coordinator on their case. They would have a plan made, whether that's a PCSP or ISP, which is their support plan. And then they would reach out to somebody like my provider and say, hey, this is what this person needs. They send me a screenshot of kind of like all the steps, like what they need in the community, what they need out at home, or if they wanted to go to school, what all those supports look like. And then I would place them.
Okay, you mentioned the residential part, and before the camera began to roll, you told me that on that part of what y'all do, that can be hard because there's a waiting list. Housing everywhere is in short supply.
Yes, 100%.
So if someone's watching today, is it, if you are the parent of a child who will grow up, all right, but has a delay of some type, is it really important to be thinking about these precautions that you'll take to ensure that they have a place to go?
Yes, start early. That's the best advice I can give.
Do you facilitate that?
Sometimes I can help with the process, but it's more so the MCOs, so that's our Blue Care, United Health, and AmeriGroup that pretty much gather all the information, and then it comes to me and I can say, okay, well, I have an opening at one of my houses. or I can reach out to one of the realtors that I know and they can help me find housing for that person.
You throw out a lot of initials. Every field has its own vocabulary.
We have a ton, yes.
TV has its own, you have your own. So for me, it's going over my head. But if you're somebody watching and you are living this, are they understanding what you're saying?
Pretty much, yes.
Okay. I asked the question because if, you know, the old thing, if you don't know what you don't know, and if you're new to something, you might not be going down the right path.
Right. So the one question I get asked the most is if someone does call me, like one of the individuals calls or the parents call, and they say, hey, I'm needing services, the first thing I always ask, are you already in the ECF service, which is our Employment Community First waiver, or are you DIDD, which is the Department of Intellectual and Developmental Disabilities.
Okay.
And so that'll kind of let me know first if they're already in the waiver, they've already have a support coordinator, a plan. And if they don't have that, that's when I tell them, hey, look on the back of your insurance card, you can call that number and let them know what all you need.
Okay, I know that the main reason you're here is that you want people to come out and support you on August 9th and cheer on the lookouts. You only have 100 tickets to sell. That's how many you were given. So we're going to show you her email address in a second, and if you will email her, the tickets are $8.
Yes, ma'am.
And y'all get more than half of that to come back to you. Will there be people from Community Options at the game?
Yes, we're trying to make sure all 100 are in that same section. We're going to have some individuals, and hopefully, if COVID is good, we'll be able to have some of our people out on the field, hopefully even to throw the first pitch.
That would be awesome. So August 9th at 7 o'clock is when the game starts. The website for you to check out is COMOP, Community Options. What's the rest of it stand for?
It's just Community Options.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
You're fine.
It's early in the morning.
I understand.
COMOP.org, and then there's her email, mercedes.owens@comop.org. And real quickly, for those early planners, you're already thinking ahead to February, right? What are you doing there?
So every February, we have a Cupid's Chase 5K, and we always hold it down at the River Park near Chat State. And those funds, all of those go back to our individuals for things that they are needing.
Okay, so the registration for that has already opened.
It has, and they can go on comop.org and register.
So lace up your running shoes and you can do that too. Mercedes, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Zaxby's Chicken Finger Plate comes with 12 dippable, dunkable, do-it-any-way-you-wantable sauces. And a plate of our hand-breaded fingers.